service company into a platform solution company. Let's look at how smart manufacturing enables smart EVs. I'm so excited to show off our latest EV model. This is Model N. With this new EV, we demonstrate a full range of vertically integrated capabilities. Traditional automotive companies, yes, I'm talking to you, can tap into all of these. In 3 short years, Foxconn has displayed a remarkable range of high-end sedan, passenger crossover, SUV, compact pickup, commercial bus, and commercial van. Foxconn's contract design and manufacturing service model is total solutions and bespoke solutions in the automotive space. This business model cuts time to cost and shortens time to market. These are the 2 future success factors for EVs. You're going to meet the EV cargo van in detail this morning. And in the afternoon, you will meet Leo, our Foxconn-made low Earth orbit satellite. It is packed and ready to launch next month. But before any of that, for the first time, Foxconn's 2 CSOs will step onto the stage of Foxconn鴻海Tech Day. They will share their respective insights on EVs and semiconductors. What an exciting program we have for you. First, have a look at the Model B, its beauty, its beast, which we expect to enter mass production. Foxconn is faster than your imagination. Thank you. Wow!
大家好.
How nice to have you here.
Thank you. I'm delighted to be here.
Yeah, we're very excited to have Jensen to be with us for this, the most important exhibition that we have for the year. And first of all, let's say hello to our guests, right? Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you all for coming. For those of you who have come here before, thank you for your continuous support and interest. And for those of you who come here the first time, hopefully you will enjoy what you will be seeing today. Today we have many important guests, but the most important guest, you know what? Do I have to introduce him? Do you guys know who he is?
I would still love an introduction.
Jensen Huang, the co-founder and CEO of NVIDIA, who was recently known to be the most popular CEO in the States. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And, you know, this is the first time for him to join our exhibitions. You know, first time for him to see our EVs, and first time for him to sit in our new EVs. What do you think about this EV?
It's a beautiful car. This is an ideal car for a young couple like Young and me. Isn't that beautiful? The ideal young couple car.
Yes, this is built for young couples. And we call it Model Beast, which stands for Beauty and Beast.
Okay.
And it runs like a beast.
Which one are you and which one am I?
It's more of both. Okay, so we also show you about our exhibition regarding the servers.
Yeah, incredible technology.
Yeah, servers which you're the expert in. And also we have shown you something about our semiconductors, right? Yeah. What do you think about it? What do you think of it?
Well, today, before all of you get to enjoy it, I've already enjoyed the exhibits. The spectrum of technologies that Foxconn has is absolutely incredible. And I had the benefit of seeing some amazing technology, fully integrated cars and integrated platforms, from thermal technology to electric delivery technology to semiconductor technology and software technology that integrates these amazing systems. As you all know, we are at the beginning of a new computing revolution. The way that we do computing has largely been unchanged for the last 60 years, since the invention of the IBM System 360.
Exactly.
And now we are starting a new revolution in computing with at its foundation called accelerated computing that we had the benefit of pioneering. And it enabled a brand new way of doing software called generative AI.
Yes.
And all of that can't be possible without its foundation of semiconductor technology. And so I was delighted to be here to see all the advancements.
You know, Jensen was regarded as the godfather of AI. Definitely he will talk to you more about the AI. Okay, but I think, you know, I remember the very first meeting after the Chinese New Year, I asked all my top managers into a meeting. In that meeting, I told everybody about how important it is to understand generative AI. It will have big, very huge impact in our daily work, not just the devices, not just the servers, but our daily work. And I was talking to Jensen about, I remember, when we first had a CPU, and we put a lot of CPUs together, we call it number crunching machines. And then when I visit your headquarters, I saw a lot of triangles. And that reminds me of, the GPU was a triangle crunching machines. Mm-hmm. But today, with Gen AI, the GPU turns itself from triangle processing machines into a token processing machines. It processes a lot of tokens.
Neurotokens.
Neurotokens, right. And day before yesterday, we had pre-meetings. And I, from Jensen, I heard from Jensen in person about his view of what the future of AI is. Mm-hmm. The concept of AI factories. I read the articles in your GTC conference. But reading it, it's really, I didn't really get it. But with the short meeting 2 days ago, I think I got it. But I think it's beneficial for all of us to hear more about the AI factories from Jensen in person. Is that okay?
Yes, of course. Let me show you a schematic of a cartoon. This is what Young and I.
Yeah, let's move the car so that people can see. Okay.
So this is the schematic of what Young and I are building, and I drew it myself, so you could please excuse the artistry. But we're at the beginning of a brand new way of doing software, using computers to write software that no humans can, but these computers have to be extraordinary computers. There are three fundamental ingredients of the generative AI revolution. The first, of course, is the algorithm, the neural network algorithm that allows the computer to learn from its experience, which is data. The second is you have to have abundance of data. Data is the digital version of life experience.
Exactly.
This is no different than us learning from our life experience. Digital data allows the AI to learn. But in order to learn, you need a powerful computer. This powerful computer is, of course, founded on advanced semiconductors, but the architecture of this computer is completely different than the type of computer we used to use.
Yes.
And this AI factory, if you will, takes raw material in, which is called data, process it in a factory, an AI supercomputer, running the artificial intelligence neural network model, and it produces intelligence. This is a factory that takes data input and produce intelligence as an output.
Exactly.
It's a factory. It's an AI factory. And in the future, every industry, every company will have AI factories. In this particular example we're showing you today, and what Young and Foxconn and NVIDIA are building is an entire end-to-end system where, on the one hand, you're building this advanced EV car, this beautiful Model B, with a AI brain inside that allows it to interact with the drivers and interact with the passengers, as well as autonomously drive, complemented by an AI factory. The AI factory would develop the software for this car.
Yep.
This car would, of course, go through life experience and collect more data. The data would go to the AI factory. The AI factory would improve the software and update the entire AI fleet. This entire end-to-end system, on the one hand, AI factory, on the other hand, AV fleet, is what NVIDIA and Foxconn are building.
Yes, this great concept of AI factories, it just so happened that Foxconn is trying to convert itself from a manufacturing service company to a platform solution company. The platforms that we are targeting are the three platforms. Number one was the smart city platform. Number two is smart manufacturing platforms. The number three is smart EV platforms. Now I know what can power and what can make this smart platform happen.
Just as the car has an AI brain, the factory also has an AI brain, and that AI brain is the NVIDIA DGX SuperPod. Let me show it to you.
Yeah.
It's good to see what it looks like. It starts with amazing chips. This is the Grace Hopper Super Chip, the world's first of its kind. It's connected into 32-unit pod with this very high-speed interconnect called NVLink. 32 of them are connected together using InfiniBand. And this represents one SuperPod, and an AI factory would have many of these.
Yes.
This is a factory of the future. There will be smart factories that build cars. There will be smart factories that build AIs.
Yes.
And these two factories will be complements of each other. Both of them continuously running, both of them continuously creating value.
Right. And the most importantly is that we are building these factories together.
Yes, we're building these factories together.
And Foxconn is building all this together.
And so I'm here, I'm delighted to be here to see all my friends that works with us on these two initiatives, both NVIDIA technology and Foxconn technology on the AI factory, NVIDIA technology and Foxconn technology in the EV and AV cars.
Yes.
I'm delighted to be here to celebrate it with all my friends and to announce the expansion of our partnership into these two areas.
Yes. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And we will be, together we will be, helping out the whole industries to move much faster into this, the AI factory, the new era of the new AI.
And the schematic that we showed, our cartoon,
Yep.
can be replicated to every industry. It can be an AI factory in AV, an AI factory robotics,
right.
AI factory smart city,
city,
AI factory smart manufacturing, so on and so forth.
Right.
Yeah, really
right.
scalable approach.
Yeah, very exciting, very exciting. But you know what? With all these ideas with AI, you need to have some hardware to power it. Without the semiconductors, the AI probably can do only so much. So
the foundation of intelligence is the brain, of course, but the foundation of artificial intelligence is semiconductors.
Yes, and in terms of semiconductors, we know, NVIDIA was the highest market capitalization company in the semiconductor industry.
Thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit more about NVIDIA in semiconductors? What are you doing?
Well, our work in semiconductors is pretty broad-based. Most people know us because we've been a graphics chip maker for so long. They recognize us as a GPU company. But today, NVIDIA really is a data center scale computing company. Most of the computers of the future that are interesting are going to be data center scale. You want to be data center scale because the density could be high, the energy efficiency could be very, very high, and therefore we could be as carbon neutral as possible for the Earth, much more sustainable. So the concentration of data centers is important. In order for us to create these amazing data centers and do computing at the scale that I've just shown you, you need, of course, GPUs, CPUs, networking processors, networking switches, silicon photonics, all kinds of different technology, software technology to operate this AI data center. NVIDIA's focus is really to advance these incredible data centers so that we could scale it out for every industry and every single company. Yeah. And so we have giant semiconductor design teams, chip design teams, that are basically designing chips that fit into this entire data center. And so our work in semiconductors is broad and deep.
The semiconductor they're creating, now is about 700 watts a piece, and going towards like 1,200. It's going bigger and bigger. And in terms of data center, the rack, the power to the rack on the average currently is about 25 kilowatt hours. And 25
kilowatts, right?
Yeah,
25,000 watts.
And it's going to 100, 140.
Now, just to think, a hyperscale, traditional hyperscale and data center scale racks are 10 kilowatts.
10, yes.
And now we're moving to 25, as you mentioned, and to 100 kilowatts.
Right.
10 times the power. But what's amazing is the amount of computing density has increased by thousands of times.
Yes.
And so therefore, the energy efficiency of computing is going to increase tremendously. This is one of the most important things we have to do in order to have sustainable computing in the future. We have to accelerate every workload that we can. We have to densify computing whenever we can, and when we do that, we could apply the latest state-of-the-art technologies in power delivery, in thermal cooling, liquid cooling, and
Yes.
other technologies to increase the energy efficiency of data centers.
You know what? This is a big change. And this is also a myth and also a disruption to the data center industries. Without the advent of semiconductors, this probably would not be able to happen.
That's right.
Right. Okay. And talking about semiconductors, we have a semiconductor guru here, and who is your friend. Okay. So let's welcome Dr. Sang-Yi Zhang to be on the stage and say hello to our dear
Let's
friend.
welcome Semiconductor Chief Strategy Officer, Dr. Zhang.
So nice to see you.
Congratulations.
Oh, congratulations to you. We're old friends from a long time ago.
Right.
We worked together a very long time.
Right. It's so great to have you here.
Thank you.
And we would like to see you more, and to share with all our friends about the future of AI.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
and
you
we'll
for
leave
coming.
the stage to you.
Thank you.
Take
Okay.
care. Okay.
See you at the
Thank
night market.
At the night market, if you run into him, it's free.
Morning, everyone. It's my great pleasure to be here this morning to share with you the semiconductor strategy for Foxconn. It's a year ago today, I was here in the audience as a visitor, and I was so impressed and decided to join Foxconn 1 month later. So after I share with you our semiconductor strategy, if any one of you agree and would like to work with us, please let me know. My presentation will have 2 parts. The first part will be I'd like to propose a new business model. We call it System Foundry. This is more like our long-term strategy. Because electric vehicle is such an important focus for Honghai, I would also like to share with you the semiconductor deployment plan on electric vehicles specifically. So let's go to the first topic. Okay. We see the semiconductor, that is electronics industry, has been, like Jensen just said, it was powered by semiconductor technology. And it gives the electronics industry such a booming half-century. But now we see that environment is changing. It's a big issue that we know this called Moore's law. It's a scaling of semiconductor integrated circuit. And every 2 years, we make the transistor smaller, so the speed becomes faster, the power becomes lower, the power density becomes better, and most importantly, the cost becomes lower. That enable this, we have many different products that performance got improved, also developed into more functionality, more applications. But now, Moore's law is reaching its physical limit. If we talk about 2 nanometer technology, what 2 nanometer mean? That means 4 atomic layers. But of course, when we talk about 2 nanometer today, it's nothing on the chip. Really, it's 2 nanometer. I think before 40 nanometer, if you 40 nanometer means the smallest dimension is 40 nanometer. But today, the 2 nanometer is just a marketing term. But still, that is a good example that we are reaching its physical limit. Then it's going to make a big impact. What are we going to do? I think most importantly, I hope we can come up with some new technology platform to replace this silicon IC. But we're still waiting for that to happen. Before that happens, let's look at for possible solutions. If these silicon chips begin to reach its physical limit, let's look at the entire system to see if any place we can make improvement. We found that every 2 years the silicon technology was improved, but the package technology and PC board performance-wise, they didn't improve too much. They did a very, very good job in reducing the cost, but not performance. For example, when the silicon technology will go down to nanometer range, the metal line on PC board is still the metal pitch is 100 micron range. And that gives us some, and it becomes the bottleneck in many cases for the system performance. Especially like Jensen just said about this GPU and AI, actually the bottleneck was package. And I'd like to share with you later. So this is from the technology point of view, we see some opportunity to improve. Let's look at the demand and the application side. Today, we have the most advanced silicon technology with a 3-4 nanometer, but it's very expensive to use. The wafer cost is above $10,000 a wafer. The photomask costs close to $20 million a set of photomasks. And more importantly, the design cost to design a product in 4 nanometers is about $2 billion. If you spend $2 billion to design this product, you have to sell at least $10 billion to recover your cost. And how many products you can sell for such a large volume is limited. For the same time, we see in the past, the semiconductor technology was driven by mainframe computer, desktop computer, personal computer, cell phone to smartphone. And all those pretty much is a single product. They have a very large volume. But now we see the application going forward is pretty dominated by what we call IoT or AIoT. This is a very, very scattered market. We have a personal use, we have a smart home, smart city, smart car, and a smart industry. And in each category, there are 100 products. For all these together, there are 1,000 products. So it's difficult to use a 3-4 nanometer technology for such a scattered market. So we need some solution in that too. So we have, now we bring up the environment is changing. One is the technology side and one is the application side. The business model we propose, we call it System Foundry, is set to solve these two issues. So let's first go to the performance side. I just said that the package and the print circuit PC board become a bottleneck. In 2010, when I worked in my previous company, we did a simulation because at that time, our biggest customer is in graphics. And we found that doing simulation, graphics on chip is work very, very fast. However, you have to, because it's a parallel processor, you have to exchange data between GPU and DRAMs. And we did a simulation, just going back and forth to send the data from GPU to DRAM, take away 40% of the speed and 60% of the power. So that's become a big, big bottleneck. As you can see, we highlight in the blue square, this is on the PC, personal computer PC board. That is the graphics module. In the middle is the GPU, in the side is 8 DRAMs. And they locate so far apart. Why they are so far apart? Because the metal line, the metal pitch is 100 micron, and you have to fan out 1,000 metal lines, so they have to be far apart. And as a result, you have a very large loading. It slows down your signal process, propagation, also eats away your power. And we thought about it on the silicon, then how we solve this issue. We realized on silicon wafer, I can do 100 nanometer easily, which is 1,000 times better. And this interconnect is the metal line is a 2-dimension. So that if you look at the metal density, is 1 million times better. If I use a silicon to replace this substrate or PC board, we can put this GPU and the DRAM almost like next to each other. We can recover almost all of this 40% speed loss and 60% of the power. And we call this technology advanced package. With the advanced package platforms, most importantly is that you can make many chips connect with the advanced package. They function very much like a single chip. This is very important. Let's go to next. Because of this, because we can use advanced package technology, we can make the performance very much like a single chip. Let's go to next. That also gives us a solution for the very scattered market demand. This is just a schematic showing we put a GPU and we even stack DRAMs on top of each other. With these 8 DRAMs, we put them into 2 stacks with 4 in each. Then we can put them very close to each other. So let's go to next. So this is a user advanced package platform. We can improve the performance. Then go to the other part. We say the IoT market is very, very scattered. So it's very difficult to push this product. However, there is something in common. All the IoT products, their structure is very similar. They all have some kind of central processing unit, and they have a lot of sensors. And sensors take the analog signal, so you convert to digital, unit A to D, D to A. And then your power management, your memory, and you have some communication tools like Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. But all these 1,000 products, their structure are very similar, but the requirements for each component are different. For example, for the central processing unit, for electric car, the auto driving function, you need very, very high performance. But for some personal wearing device, this processing unit can be very simple. So what if we make for each component, we take apart this system into pieces and we use a kind of Lego approach, 搭积木的这个方式啊。So for each subsystem, we can offer different functionality chips. So we call this is a chiplet die bank. What if we prepare this die bank in advance with all the different choices? When there is an application, we need a particular IoT device, then we just select from each category, like the next view graph, please. Yeah. And with this selection, we're connecting them together using our advanced package platform. And we call this, instead of integrated circuit, we call this integrated chips, because we integrate these chips on one platform. By doing that, we can address the very scattered market demand for IoT. Also, this gives you the performance-wise very similar to one single chip. It's very important. So with that, this is a technology base. And the business model will be, we call it the system foundry. Like my boss, Mr. Liu just said, Honghai used to be, we also serve a system company, but we provide the manufacturing service. So, however, we are transformed into the solution provider instead of manufacturing service. And the difference is we give more technical content. In this model, what Honghai will provide this chiplet die bank, as I just said. And then we also provide the advanced package platform, system partitioning, system design, even the operating software. So when we have a customer come over, this customer have a very good idea for a special IoT product. Right now, this company, they have to hire a group of people to design IC, maybe hire 50, 100 people design IC, and take 1 year to design and take 6 months to send it to the wafer foundry to get the chip. So when they introduce the product, will be 2 years later. With this business model, they can come to Honghai. We can put, with this die bank, we can pick up, and the turnaround time for the advanced package, because it's very short process. So it's much, much shorter than wafers. You can get a wafer back in less than 1 month. So this entire process will be shrunk from 2 years to 6 months. So the customer will, if you have a good concept for the good product, you can, if you come to work with Honghai, you can save your manpower, save your capital investment, most importantly, time to market. If you look at from the other hand, it's this IoT product, there are 1,000 different products. If each company doing their own job, a lot of duplicating effort. So in this case, Honghai will do that for them, and we can really save a lot of manpower in this case. So this is a basic business model for system foundry. Of course, it takes some time to, and Honghai will not be able to do everything ourselves. We have to build an ecosystem with many partners, like in the wafer foundry, design house, EDA vendors, all these work together with agreed standard for IOs. So this is the first part of our long-term strategy. We propose a new business model, system foundry. And next, I'd like to share with you our silicon deployment in electric vehicles specifically. Honghai has been a very successful company with many different strengths, but semiconductor has not been one of them. That's why these belong to these 3+3 initiatives. But when I look at the Honghai's semiconductor involvement, I found that actually we are one of very, very few companies have involvement in entire semiconductor supply chain, from materials to wafer fab operation to semiconductor equipment, semiconductor wafer fab, and to package, to design service, product design, to system implementation. But we have a little bit of everything. Why that's the case? Because Foxconn has been doing a very, very good job in the supply chain management. And we all remember 2 years ago, we have a big shortage in IC chips. There are many cars cannot be delivered because couldn't get a good IC. This is a supply chain issue. When we had a little bit involved in everything, allowed us to get a first-hand information, something happening in this area, and we can react faster. So the supply chain management is very important to Foxconn. With the same idea, when our silicon deployment in EV is, the semiconductor market in electric vehicle, approximately about $2,000 a car. And this, we divide it into power device, analog IC, and a digital IC. Digital IC takes about half of that, about $1,000. And power and small analog IC about 500. Why we need a power device becomes such important? Because it's the battery operated, and it's a DC, and then the motor is an AC motor. So we need to convert the power. Also, when you operate a higher voltage, you have a better efficiency. So it goes up to 1,200 volts. And 1,200 volts is beyond what silicon can handle. We began to use some new materials such as silicon carbide, gallium nitride. So we, in this case, this power device case, Honghai's deployment strategy is we will do everything. We began from grow the substrate to epi to wafer manufacturing, device design, circuit design, package, and deployment. We will we offer everything. That allows us to optimize the entire supply chain and also to make sure that we can secure this supply chain. For the analog IC, those analog IC in general is relatively smaller. Actually, in the company, we call small IC. So in many applications, a customer would rather we package a few of them together as a module. So the strategy here is that we have a joint venture with Guoji, and we design some IC. We offer both components and module for the convenience of our customers. Then the digital IC is we call big IC. Relatively speaking, Honghai has little involvement in the past in this big IC. So what we will do, we will partner with many. In one way, we have a joint venture with customers to form the design house. Another way, we partner with many different partners to make sure our supply chain management is well covered. So this concludes my presentation. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Let's give another round of applause to Chief Strategy Officer. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Mr. Jun Seki, Chief Strategy Officer for EV, and our special guest, Dr. Holger Klein. Let's give them a round of applause.
So, Chairman Du and 各位来宾，大家好。Let me introduce our very important partner and friend and CEO of fastest growth automotive company, German giant ZF, Dr. Klein Holger.
大家好。
First, look at these pretty pictures. Nice smile. There was July 24th. I went to Friedrichshafen, ZF headquarters located in Germany. It's a south end of Germany. And then it's a nice place. In front, there are big lake, and over the lake is Switzerland. It's almost very similar to Hakone in Japan. So hard to believe, very large company located headquarters, but it's a nice place. And then we had a sign for joint venture. ZF has 8 business divisions. One of the divisions is chassis. And then under chassis division, there are 4 groups. And then after further discussions, we agreed to have a manufacturing group out, and then we made a joint venture. Because we are so sure we have a very big synergy, we have a potentially big growth from these new JVs. Dr. Gray?
Seki-san, thank you very much. And I can't wait to start operating with you as a partner together. We are just waiting the process of legal acceptance. But once we have that, we can start. And I think it's very, very complementary because we have here the largest technology provider in the world, with us the 3rd largest automotive supplier in the world. And we are very much looking forward to taking the synergies and bringing the business to new frontiers.
Thank you. By the way, we provide the technology, but we provide the solution as well. Okay, so Dr. Crane, why don't you introduce ZF briefly for our guests?
Yeah, my pleasure. Yeah, I'm talking about an automotive supplier in the midst of a transformation. And what we do is we are trying to shape next generation mobility. So where do we come from? We have a rich heritage of about more than 100 years, and we got started as a gear manufacturer for Count Zeppelin building airships. As you can tell, from there to becoming a tech company, 3rd largest automotive supplier, you need to reinvent yourself a couple of times. Today, we are a system supplier to the auto industry along all segments you see here on the chart, from e-bikes to pass car to heavy commercial vehicles, and we are even in the wind generating windmill business. So broad portfolio, all then connected by those technologies: automated driving, vehicle motion control, integrated safety, and e-mobility. That's what ZF is about.
Thank you very much. Can you come a little closer this side? Thank you. So very fast growth, because you are capturing all changes. I would like to ask you, what else, major changes coming for next 5 years, 10 years?
Let me give you some examples, perhaps talking about the change of ZF. And basically, we all talk about 3 transformations we are going through in the auto industry. The first is battery electric. The second is software-defined car. The third is autonomous. And if we go back one slide. One more. It all starts for us with battery electric. We got into this in 2016. Yeah, not even 10 years ago. And we came from transmissions. So now we have an order book of 30 billion euros in electric drive lines, and we are very much at the forefront of innovation. So what does that mean? For example, we are very much in rare earth-free, magnet-free e-engines. That's what we introduced this year at the IAA Mobility in Munich, which make it very compact and very sustainable with a CO2 footprint. So we are as well in the inverter business, driving the energy efficiency of the system. And this is then very much around chip silicon carbide. There we partner with Wolfspeed, and you can tell we are very much in this ecosystem thought. So if we talk about software-defined car, we talk immediately about the brain of the car, high-performance computers. And it's very nice to see Jensen here on stage. In 2017, we partnered with Jensen to bring the first high-performance computer into the car, us bringing the expertise on automated graded components and bringing that into our Pro AIs. This is now the latest model. We presented 1,500 teraops and 12 million of those units sold. All that started 8 years ago. Yeah, so fast change, as you can tell, and always with strong partners.
Wow. Many people knows when you hear ZF, image is gear, isn't it? You know, it was more than almost a century ago. Yeah? Started with large skyship gear. That was the origin of ZF, I believe. But with those 5 years, you said 2016, it's almost 7 years, you transformed this company to more like electric companies. Wow, that's a speed. So many changes. I think you need speed for grasp those, but what is the biggest challenge for next 5 years?
So I think the speed of the industry is even increasing. Yeah, and we are pretty large for our industry, if you want, third largest automotive supplier. But the industry is enhanced, yeah, with high-tech players like yourself. Yeah, so I think that's a big, big opportunity. And we see speed is key, yeah, because we come from product development cycles of 5 years plus 7 years even. Now we see what you did with your car. It took you 2 to 3 years to bring the new car on the road. This is amazing. So speed is one. Second is scalability, modules. Yeah? So we need to bring down cost in this industry. The more high-tech we bring into it, the more expensive it gets, and that's why you need to scale. That's why we said partner with partners who know what they are doing in their respective field of expertise, bring forces together, avoid waste in development, and scale it. And I think more and more of this is to be seen. The industry is getting more and more into ecosystems, and you yourself presented today another step into this, and we are very proud to partner with Foxconn with you here in that regard.
Thank you. I fully agree. No. I'm from automotive OEM background. Usually, very beginning of concept to launch in the market takes 5 to 6 years. That was okay up to like 10, 15 years ago. Once we predicted what's happening 5 years later, maybe 80% accurate. Nowadays, if you predict 5 years later, only 20% accurate, 80% wrong. So only the way to increase this accuracy is make a lead time shorter. That is speed, isn't it? So in order to speed, as Dr. Crane said, modularizations, platformization is very important because make fixed part larger, application part smaller. That is make a lead time shorter, cost cheaper, investment cheaper. I think that is really key.
Absolutely. And you see how we are connecting then to the non-automotive world. Yeah? If we talk about battery electric vehicle, we talk about bi-directional charging, we talk about smart cities. So it's all interconnected and moving fast.
Yep. So therefore, we have a tremendous opportunity to work together.
We do. We do.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Holger Klein, for capturing the audiences so well. Thank you.
So people, maybe it's a little boring, but let me continue another 10 minutes for EV strategies. I think everybody knows me, so let me skip this. Let me start with the EV market. I pick up two major points. First, EV is coming, but mainly those because of regulation change, because of incentives. People still hate EV. This is the reality. Because expensive, because inconvenient, and because unprofitable for maker side. Year by year, these are gradually improving. Evidently, it's gradually increasing, but this is still remain. This is the demographic distribution in this planet. So triangle is total population, 8 billion. And the vertical axis is incomes. So low end is very poor, top is extremely rich. Before we talk about EVs, new car vehicle sales threshold is this yellow line. So about 22 billion people can reach new car. 6 billion people never reach new car. This is car sales. Meanwhile, this is EV. EV is very, very expensive because very large batteries and over connectivity and over autonomous drives. Under red line between yellows, many people don't need these or need more software ones. So real electric vehicle escalation only happen to drag this red line down. Next thing about market is regulations and countries' objectives. These are EV growth for China upper side and lower Europe side. So China, by July this year, already reaching 31%. 1 out of 3 new car already electrified. This, of course, removed hybrid. This is a pure EV and plug-in hybrid. And Europe already above 20%. Last year, total EV sales in this planet was about 10 million. China sold 5.5 million, and Europe sold 2.5 million. So 8 million coming from those two markets. Other half, only 2 million. This is speed difference. Why? I told you 3 pains: expensive, inconvenient, unprofitable. Those two countries different? Same. What's the difference? This is buyer's motivations. Vertical axis is buyer's motivation. Very high is high motivated. EV is very low, unfortunately, because expensive, inconvenient. And many market countries supporting subsidy for buyers. So after subsidy, it's become a little higher, but still low. This is what China and Europe doing. Middle height, very high bar, is a normal motivation for ICE vehicle purchase. And then China and Europe attacking this motivation lower. Like China, number plate restrictions. If you need an ICE vehicle, you have to wait 1 year. If you need an EV, you can get it tomorrow without any additional money. And Europe, emission regulation becomes severer and severer. Second, resales value from ICE car getting lower and lower. So by this successfully made, and then evidently after regulations, ICE motivation and EV motivation become very close. That's why those two markets, EV increasing very fast. Question is, if China, Europe doing this for pure CO2, of course, CO2 is very important, but they have other own object. This is just sample of China. Red portion is China local OEM share, like BYDs, GDs, Guangzhou Motors, Shanghai Motors. Blue portion is global players, Volkswagen, Toyotas, GMs. 10 years ago, it was 38 to 62. This is not simply 38 to 62, because local brand had like a 30% discount, but still 38%. And that flipped last year, 52 to 48. And by July this year, it's 59 to 41, about 60%. This is what China government wanted to see. Yeah? And this has happened because electrified vehicle contribution is very different between global player and China player. China player is very fast and growing, and that made the share balance very different. Okay? Then, next question is, who is next? Who coming next? We have a guest from India. I really believe India is coming. Because India is aggressively investing renewable energies. Over India, I think it's very close to 40% against the total energy usage. And then I think India is targeting over 50%. And then meanwhile, India started to provide the regulation change. It was May, like Delhi, Bangalore, Mumbai, those big cities provided the ban to use ICE two-wheel for taxi. So if you continue taxi business by two-wheel, you have to swap to EV. This will expand to many other states, and also probably this will expand to three-wheel, four-wheel taxis. But this really makes sense. You know, taxi usually drive 400 kilometers per day. Standard vehicle drive only 20 to 30 kilometers. If you want to contribute to CO2 reductions, long distance drive electrification is more effective. So I really feel very smart idea for this one. And then, as I said, always government has like a hidden object. This is my personal guess, but I think Indian government want to have less oil dependencies. India has a huge coal still. Coal plus renewable energy already, in the future, will extend the real usage. So that time, they will realize less oil dependencies. So I really believe India coming next, start from taxi business. I have many other data, but because time limited, this is last for Japan. I'm Japanese. I think we have a Japanese guest somewhere, but I'm very embarrassed. No movement, no policy change. I think Japan, very smart countries, so they know if you attack ICE like this way, EV is coming, but they don't do that. Maybe somebody blocking that. Meanwhile, Nissan Sakura, that's a smart, very compact car, only 20 kilowatt batteries. So autonomy driving range is less 200 kilometers. Real range is about 100 kilometers. But many people believe that is enough for me. I only go to cities. So those cars flying without regulation change, particularly rural areas. Because in Japan, gas station is reducing and reducing and reducing. So people need less oil dependencies because gas station is disappearing. So in Japan, it's not regulation changed, but small car is coming. So those two major market trends. I have many other market trends, but based on this, I explained to you, top-notch, very expensive car. This is exist. This is reality, fact. So of course we fight, we compete in this cycle too by CDMS. CDMS, we have two types of CDMS. One, as like smartphones, computing, customers' drawings, we do contracted manufacturing. We deliver cost, target, and qualities. And meanwhile, many of our new customers don't have EVs. So for those people, we offer our car. Later you will see. Yeah? Actually, today we have a Model C in there. So we do this. And then, as India's case, Japan case, small car and low-cost car is required. So we attack bottom areas too. Okay? And then we believe if we go modularization and then platformizations, more strong collaboration with our partners, I can drag this yellow line down. And also, we are working with goggles, and this is model of 4-wheel, but 2-wheel also, under this yellow line, it's work. With those two areas, this is common concept, but we do all of those work. From left, components. Of course, here we need modularization. Later, you see an exhibition this area, semiconductors, e-architectures, motors, batteries, panels. Then we make a modularization to offer our customers. Platformizations. And CDMS is, of course, our core business. But, CDMS is contracted design manufacturing service. So it's contracted manufacturing. But without focusing here, we widely attack all areas. After sales is like a charging and battery storage. And then here we have a really key, as we discussed with Dr. Crane, time to market, time to cost compression is here the key. So in the last, I want to explain briefly where we are. Because we have a customer for each area, I can't explain detail when it's coming, who are there, but just I can show this number. This is pipeline control. Stage 1 is just our idea, and stage 5 is already in the market. We have a 51 project already in my hand. And this is the status. 14, this is, by the way, above stage 2, but 14 customers and 23 projects. And then time by time, we introduce those into a market together with our customer. So those are our progress. Time by time, you will see same category, but different number. Number will extend, and that will be reported by Chairman Liu at each financial report. This is our strategy. 谢谢大家.
Thank you, Mr. Jun Seki, for sharing your experiences with us. Now we will be watching a short film of our stunning Model B. please join us in extending a warm welcome as we invite the CEO of Foxtron Vehicle Technologies on stage. Let's welcome Mr. Andy Lee.
大家好，很高兴今天有这个机会来跟大家报告 Model B 招商车的进度。去年鸿海科技日，我们推出了 B 级距的参考原型车 Model B， 受到广大的回响和好评。无论是媒体朋友、客户、合作伙伴，对于 Model B 简洁并具未来感和空气力学的设计，都赞誉有加。作为电动车开放平台的推动者，我们希望听取外部客户和伙伴的反馈，来持续优化我们的产品。不过，这次 Model B 在造型上，我们得到最多的反馈却是：别改了，量产车就照这样做。这样的反馈告诉我们，尽力保持原设计优良的元素并导入量产，是我们在 Model B 上最重要的一个任务。在保持原有设计的原则下，我们仅针对量产和满足法规的部分做出调整。例如，头灯和尾灯的部分，我们维持了矩阵式的设计，并以前后呼应的方式来呈现。在外侧后视镜的部分，我们增加了传统后视镜的选项，并将原有电子后视镜的设计优化，进一步来提升空气力学的效益。除了前述的调整之外，团队保留了原型车绝大部分的设计元素，将其带入量产，这是我们工程和造型团队共同努力的成果。除此之外，我们也针对大家有多色彩选择的期望，提出了双车色的设定。今天我们现场有蓝白车色的展示，之后会陆续提供更多的选择来营造个性化的风格。在内装的部分，我们也根据大家的反馈做了一些优化调整，其中把仪表萤幕放到了9.2寸，让我们可以显示更丰富的讯息，也更容易读取。除此之外，我们也更新了方向盘的设计，让放大的仪表萤幕搭配起来更协调，同时也兼顾了前方开拓的视野。在座椅的部分，我们优化了造型，让支撑更舒适、更好。那透过座椅结构的优化，我们进一步的提升了成员的使用空间。对于 Model B 这样4.3米的小车来说，行李箱的空间也是重点。在工程团队的努力之下 ，Model B 提供了前后行李箱的配置，并可提供第二排座椅的收折，提供更大的行李空间。在自主研发的新世代电子电机架构下，我们得以经由改善热管理系统的效率，来增加续航里程。Model B 现在已经拥有在 NEDC 的规范下超过500公里的续航里程，和去年相比增加了10%。此外，新世代的电子电机架构也可以让我们很快的与不同的自动驾驶和讯息娱乐系统整合。如同前面提到的，我们可以快速的升级更高阶的系统，例如 NVIDIA 的系统，来提供更好的自动驾驶体验。在动力性能上，我们去年提出了一个后驱版本，在单电机的驱动下达到0-100加速6.6秒的成绩。今年我们在这样的基础下升级，并提供了一个4轮驱动版本，让0-100加速达到3.9秒的优异表现。在操控性能上 ，Model B 有非常好的
is our visually stunning and high-performing electric cargo van, Model N. We'll have one of the members from the design team to introduce this model to us. Let's welcome Elaine Wu.
Good morning. It's such a pleasure to have you all here. I'm Elaine from the design team, and I just can't wait to share with you what we've been working on for the past year. Model N is what we call it, and I bet some of you are already wondering, why cargo van? Well, last year, after we presented Model V, you remember that rugged, blue, all-terrain electric pickup truck? We received a whole lot of feedback. What truly surprised us, however, was the thumbs up we were getting from logistics professionals. We soon built up a team and started collaborating with global logistics giants to come up with an initial concept of the future of cargo van. A few months went by. It came alive. Without further ado, please join me with the unveiling of Model N. Look at Model N. Isn't it gorgeous? Can you imagine yourself driving it and running through the streets with loaded cargoes? To ensure the security of the delivery drivers, as well as the packages, we put our emphasis on visibility. First, we extend the driver's visibility by equipping Model N with surround sensors. This offers a 360-degree surround view and enables our drivers to constantly keep an eye on the surroundings. The other way around, we elevate Model N's visibility with tap and unload. Once the delivery driver parks by the curb and taps the unloading button, the ground projection lights, both on the sides and at the back, light up, and the electric rear door rolls up. The work light and the step lights will then all synchronize to make Model N the unmistakable star of the night. And we've done more than that. Beyond ensuring safety, we delve deeper into enhancing the driver's working environment and tailored a range of thoughtful designs. Thanks to our partners from the industry, we've taken the actual workflow of logistics professionals into consideration, making the overall space utilization more flexible and practical. Typically, delivery drivers work solo, and the passenger seat usually ends up piled with all sorts of stuff. And that is why we transform the passenger seat into a foldable one. This opens up a pathway on the driver's right side, so our drivers can easily hop in and out, quick and safe. Additionally, there's a passageway door between the cabin and the cargo holds. So our drivers can also go from his seat, make a U-turn, and step into the cargo area for packages, then exit through the rear door or the side sliding door. Either way, there's no need to get out from the driver's side and step through the road, thus ensuring driver's safety. Also, with the new design, we can make deliveries much more efficient. Inside driver's cabin, where some refer to as their second home, is the place we've made every effort to make sure it's just as comfortable and practical. Picture this. It's a blazing hot day, and you've been delivering for hours under the scorching sun. But the moment you step into Model N, you hang your hat, reach down to the cooler, and grab a drink. Instantly, you're refreshed. You then pull out the hidden tabletop, swivel the seat to the side. And just like that, the driver's cabin now becomes your most cozy relaxation spot. When it comes to space utilization, we have to mention the storage design, which is especially crucial for Model N, a cargo van. In front of the passenger seat is a place to temporarily stow away the goods, coming with handy mesh nets to keep things secure. If we look closer, there's even a 110-volt charging socket on the side. Speaking of power outlets, Model N is equipped with V2L capability, allowing use or charge on any electric device. Also, behind the central screen is another little charging nook with 2 USB-A and 2 USB-C ports, catering to the modern lifestyle that's all about 3C products. Within arm's reach of the driver's seat, a storage place is behind the steering wheel for either personal items like gloves, towels, and tissues, or work essentials like folders. And over on the left side of the steering wheel, a phone holder with wireless charging is ready to be used. Last but not least, the overhead storage compartment is crafted to make the most of the whole cockpit, giving our users an extra space for anything they carry with them. As for the cargo area, instead of just being a big empty box, we add a bunch of adjustable single-sided shelves. If it's a day with a lot of small packages, these shelves can keep everything neat and make our users find what they need in a flash. And with a mountain of cargo, our users can also fold up the shelves and have all the room they need. Because Model N is a high-roof cargo van, with an interior height of 1.85 meters, it allows us, well, most of us, to stand up straight inside the vehicle. So we can now move around freely, organize packages with ease, and say goodbye to vending. I'm sure by now, many of you are just wondering about how special is Model N to fit in all these features and designs. Model N comes in at 5.98 meters long, 2.06 meters wide, and 2.77 meters tall, excelling in both payload, which can be up to 2.2 tons. That's even heavier than the Model B we just saw. And the space, which can handle a massive 11.6 cubic meters of cargo, similar to about 20 regular refrigerators. And to ensure we could deliver those cargo in good time, Model N offers a range of up to 250 kilometers, perfectly suited for urban logistics needs. And that's Model N. We want to pioneer innovative designs that could cater to the diverse needs of modern logistics industry. And we aim to revolutionize transportation with a fresh perspective. In addition to evolving into electric vehicles, we've also brought in the fantastic skylights in the cargo area to promote sustainability and environmental friendliness. Safety, efficiency, and innovation. That's what Model N is all about. I have no doubt that we've got room to grow, but here's the deal. We're not slowing down, and we're not doing it alone. We've got the mighty resources of a global multinational behind us. Model N isn't just another vehicle. It's our commitment to the logistics future that's all about innovation and sustainability. Thank you.
Thank you, Elaine. We're now wrapping up and concluding the first part of the event. Before it officially ends, let's invite Foxconn's chairman on stage once again. Please welcome Mr. Young Liu with a round of applause.
Wow. 时间过得很快啊，一下就1年了。 然后一下我们就把这个这些我们这一年所做的事情跟大家做了一个介绍。很抱歉，接下来这一小段我要用中文来讲。So for those who doesn't understand Mandarins, excuse me, I had to deliver this in Mandarin. OK. 对，那个今天早上我们看到 Jensen、Holger、Seki 桑还有上义他们带给我们很多有关于先进技术以及电动车领域的一些独到的见解。但是我们要知道无论我们走得多快多远，如果我们没有朝着更清洁、更环保、更智能的方向迈进的话，我们就没有办法做到永续经营的这样子的一个目标那鸿海承诺在2050年要做到净零排放。我们希望看到一个更永续、更环保的地球。所以我们为了实现这个目标，我们设定了一条可以执行的一个路径我们努力的向国际的标准来看齐，而且落实成为一个可以量化的行动就在今年的4月，鸿海在2030年的减碳目标正式通过了 SBTi 的认证那我们也让再生能源使用比率达到了50%这一方面我们会更快的加快我们的脚步为了确保我们自己和供应链有足够的绿电的供应，那鸿海今年呢发起了一项2亿美元的一个绿色的能源基金那接下来我们会在全球推出更多类似但是规模更大的绿能的计划在循环经济方面，塑胶的内循环比例还有用水的密集的程度，还有废弃物零填埋的认证，我们也都依照2025年的目标正在进行中那鸿海的事业版图遍及了全球100多个地点，但是我们对于 ESG 的承诺都是一样的我们在遵守我们客户最高要求的同时，我们也订定了鸿海最新的行为准则以及责任标准。我们并且要求了我们1万家供应链的伙伴一起来提高这个标准那鸿海会帮助我们的供应商来取得我们废气零填埋放的这个认证那我们会要求我们的供应商承诺使用100%的再生能源为鸿海来生产我们的产品，而且协助我们的供应商来进行这个碳盘查我们会在永续发展要进步的要做的事情还是很多，但是我们会继续不断的努力。那今天我们向各位展示了我们全系列的电动车款待会你们可以在这个左边会看到我们从我们刚开始的这个 Model C、Model E、Model T、Model B、Model V 都在那边有所展示，都可以看得到这个除了展示我们一系列产品之外，最主要是展示了我们鸿海做委托设计制造服务的能力。那这些产品都是准备好给我们 CDMS 客户来选用的。我们只是把这个产品做好之后呢，就像我们有这个 Luxion， 就是一个我们典型的 CDMS 合作的伙伴在这边我要顺便也要恭喜一下我们 Luxion 它的这个预购好像已经超过了5000台我们恭喜他那我们透过这样 CDMS 的 model 我们可以让 Luxion 把它的重心放在行销跟服务上面，而鸿海专注在我们的设计 跟制造的这个技术上。唯有这样子的分工，我们才可以做到 time to cost 跟 time to market。未来我们会看到越来越多这样子的一个案例。那鸿海正在从一个科技制造的服务公司转型成为一个平台解决方案的一个供应商。在转型的过程中，我们也会一直强调要把永续发展深植在鸿海的 DNA 里面，成为大家成为你最信赖的一个合作伙伴。我们在上午的这个活动结束之前，我也想跟我们的合作伙伴、我们的客户、我们的供应商、我们的投资人和员工说：鸿海，谢谢你们的支持。好，那为了等一下欢迎大家观赏我们在这个楼层所展示的智慧制造，还有智慧 EV 之外，我们下午在7楼一个精彩的研究院的成果发表，以及智慧城市的展出。我们也有幸请我们这个高雄的陈市长也会来到现场跟我们一起这个展示这个我们在智慧城市上面的一些合作上面的一些这个成果我们欢迎大家待会一起共襄盛举。最后 one more thing， 我这个千万不能忘了，我还是要借这个机会，这个祝福我们创办人生日快乐，身体健康，心想事成，谢谢大家。
Thank you, Chairman Liu, and all our distinguished guests. We have specially prepared meals at the dining area. After taking a break, feel free to join us at the exhibition. Before you leave, we kindly ask you all to take a moment and scan the QR code behind your name tags. Fill out the questionnaire for a chance to win a prize and for us to make the event better in the future. We wish you all good luck and thank you for your enthusiastic participation this morning. See you next year.